Hello Crafty friends, it's Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Al YouTube channel, and I am so glad that you're here today. If this is your first time to my channel, I hope by the end of this video you'll feel inspired to click on the subscribe button below and maybe click on that bell for notifications. If you're already a regular viewer and subscriber, thanks again for choosing to watch one of my videos. I know you have lots of options and I'm grateful that you chose mine. Today's video serves two purposes. The first one is, because it is the 30th of the month, that means it is time for another round of the Sweet Treats collaboration. The Sweet Treats collaboration is hosted by Memory Lane Keepsakes here on YouTube, and every month she gives us a theme and then we create a paper crafting project that has some kind of sweet treat in it. I hope that after you're done with my video, you will visit all of the other collaborators, give them a like, maybe leave them some love in the comment section. Everybody is linked in the description box below. The second reason for this video is it is the 13th and final challenge in my No Spend November giveaway and challenge series. Now normally I would be kind of leery to end it with a 13th challenge, but you know what? 13 is going to be a lucky number, hopefully. If this is your first time hearing about my challenge, please make sure to go and watch the introduction video one time all the way through. That video gives all of the details and the specifics on who can enter, how you can enter, and what the prizes are. Now I know this is a busy season, so once all the challenges are up, you still have over 2 weeks to get your entries in. So December 15th is the deadline to enter. So I hope that you will go check that video out and decide to join me. What I did this month is I challenged myself not to spend any money on new crafty supplies. I have enough to craft for probably 3 years. Any project that you make for my challenges, it does have to include only items that were already in your crafty stash. Now, I don't care what you do with your money or your resources the rest of the month. You can go out and spend all you want on crafty items. Just make sure for my challenge that you use what you have. So challenge number 13 is going to be called Sweet Treat. I want you to create any project that includes a sweet treat. You are free to follow the theme for the month, which I will tell you here in just a minute, but you do not have to as long as you include some kind of sweet treat on your project. That can be cakes, cookies, pies, candy, fruit, whatever you want. This month, Tanya has given us the theme of Give Thanks. So what I thought I would do today is create a quick, easy thank you card on camera that includes, of course, that sweet treat. So before I get started, I wanted to share with you some of the items that I will be using today. You see here I have 2 paper shapers punches. I have the 2-inch scallop circle and the 1.5-inch circle. I got out some Studio G brown ink. I will be using some stamps from this Simon Says stamp set. I believe that I got this in a kit a few years ago, and you know what? It had never been used. Not only am I creating something with stuff in my stash, I'm getting out something I've never used. My plan is to use this big one here on the bottom. It says, "So incredibly grateful for all of my blessings." And then there are some PS's or other little words down here that I thought maybe I would decorate the inside of my card with and use one of those. For my focal point card, I'm going to be using one of the 4x6 cards from the Simple Stories Hello Fall Snap Pack. I got this as part of a warehouse box earlier this year. Now I know I'm talking about not spending money, but I honestly do think that this warehouse box was worth it. So if you get a chance next year to purchase it, I would highly consider it if I were you. I will link the unboxing below and I'll pop that in the upper right hand corner now, and you can go see what items I got in my box. Also from that same warehouse box, I will be using this wood grain pattern paper. It is the same line, Hello Fall. For the rest of my card, I will be doing a clear card, so I pulled out one of my sheets of clear cardstock. I get asked about this a lot, so I will just let you know ahead of time that this is actually a clear report cover, like if you went to Kinko's or Office Max or Staples and had something copied and bound in their copy center and you asked for a clear cover, that's what this is. It's just a really thick clear, I think maybe vinyl. I also grabbed out some scraps of cardstock to use on the card. Why don't we go ahead and get started? For the focal point of my card, I have already pre-chosen this one. I like this text block over here. I think my stamp will fit there. There are also tons of other great options in here. I will be cutting this card down to 3 3/4 inches tall by 5 inches wide. And because I want this entire text block, I'm gonna cut the extra off the right side only here. And then on the height of the card, I am going to cut the extra off the top. So that again is 3 3/4. The wood grain paper, I want it to completely fill the inside of my card, so I'm going to cut it to 5 1/2 inches wide by 4 1/4 inches tall. With this yellow piece, I just want to make a small border around the focal point card. I actually think that covers up the wood grain paper too much. I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off the dimensions of each side. So it'll be 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. My scrap of white is going to go on the inside for the personal message to the recipient. I'm just going to cut this to, let's see, 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. And I'm going to pull in the orange cardstock that I have the scrap of, and I'm going to make a border for this as well. And my last cut should be my clear card base. I'm going to go ahead and get the stamping done. I'm going to pull in my Stamp Perfect. And of course the Simon Says Stamp stamp set. I think for the inside, I'm going to choose the one that says PS that includes you. The Stamp Perfect has this very light grid on the top. I just want to make sure that my sentiment is straight on there. And now I will stamp the sentiment for the front of my card. Let's go ahead and start putting the card together. And you'll see that when the card is closed, it does cover up the card where I'll be writing my personal message, so the recipient could display it on a fireplace or a mantle or a shelf, and the message to them would not be shown. Now you're probably thinking at this point, the card is almost done. Where is your sweet treat? Don't worry, I have not forgotten about it. I am going to create a little pumpkin pie. That is why I have my craft, my scrap of pumpkin colored cardstock, and my 2 punches. For my crust, I use the scallop circle punch. And for my pumpkin part, I just use this 1.5 inch circle punch. I completely lied. I need my bigger punch. I need this paper shapers, which honestly I do not know how big it is. If it's maybe 1 3/4. So all I'm going to do is adhere this to the middle of my scallop circle. And I know it's not really looking like a pie yet, but give me just a second. And there is my pumpkin pie with that 1 slice taken out. And here is my final card for my No Spend November giveaway and challenge series, and my card for the Sweet Treats collaboration following the Give Thanks theme. If you enjoyed this video today, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. Thanks again for stopping by, and until next video, I hope you're having a crafty day. Bye-bye.